Guys, I have a serious problem. I have discovered eBay. Now, obviously, I know about eBay. I've even bought Lego off of it before. But by going to Brick World Chicago, I had the bug of like, finding cool retro sets for a good price. So the first price thing I found was, look at all this. So this is a rare discontinued color called sand purple, and it was most widely used in a theme called Life on Mars. I don't have any of the minifigures here, but this is kind of what they look like. They had the weird legs, droid arms. Oh, I wish I had the body, but yeah, this is from the biggest set of the wave, I believe. The cool like arrow tube hanger thing. That set was really cool too, but I had a limit to what I was willing to spend on this. But yeah, someone was just selling all the sand purple pieces from that set. It was like, that's cool. It's a rare color. I'm sure I'll be able to use it in some sort of a space-themed video or something of the sort. So well, that was a fun thing. And speaking of space, these boxes are not all. Unfortunately, there is more because, well, yeah, as I said, I got some cool retro Lego at Brick World Chicago. This is a UFO set that I got, and I was like, well, I wonder if there's any friends that could buy it, you know, because it might get lonely. So this was like half off at the time I bought it, or like the seller was doing some special, so I was like, that's kind of fun, you know? Let's clear some space to show it off a little bit better. But it has these big printed dome pieces. The printing is so intricate for the time. You open the cockpit, and there's this really cool minifigure with this helmet. Can I get him out of there? Well, you can't use pants. But yeah, look at that head underneath there. I'm very happy with this set. I know, like, out of the space themes, like, maybe UFO isn't the most popular, which maybe is why it was cheaper. But you know what? Hey, it's something fun to kind of collect looking back here. And, you know, like I said, it's cheaper to collect. But yeah, this thing opens up, and then you can open up into another minifigure. And I want to say something pops out of the back? Maybe not. Maybe this is just the figure. Yeah, the figures are so intricate in this theme. But that's not all in terms of space items. Also, the next set is actually a friend for this other set I got at Brick World, the Insectoid set. I do like the color scheme of like the blue and gray of this way better, but I think it's like a 2-for-1. Yeah, I'd like to say this is also a good deal, but yeah, okay, they look a little bit smaller. At least the pieces are not. This looked bigger on the picture, but that's okay. The figures are still really cool. We have some alternate builds in the back. That's awesome. You can combine them into one. So yeah, all the Insectoid sets like kind of look like they go together, which is something that modern Lego themes really don't do. All the sets are so different, for better or for worse. So I'm excited to build that. What else am I excited to build? Should I show some more stuff off camera? Sure. You know what? How about this? The oldest Lego mining thing. So I was at literally in the hotel room at Brick World. I was searching for a different mining theme because my brother has taken back some of his sets that we had growing up. Anyways, this showed up. I was like, you know what? This is a pretty good price. I don't have any of the Rock Raider sets, and people who grew up with it say that it's better than Power Miners. I might just be like what you grow up with, because I grew up with Power Miners and I think it's better. But I wanted to appreciate, you know, this for what it is. The brown rock. Oh, there's a crystal inside. I forgot about that. The brown rock is pretty cool. The minifigure. You know, I like the cool mining outfits of the Power Miners here. I even have one on the side here. Like, I definitely appreciate this for what it is, but this is, you know. But it's cool. It's cool. But you know what's also cooler is I probably spent way too much money on this. This and this was in like a combo pack, and like the Thunder Driller, you can't really find a cheap one of this anymore. But the mechanism of it is like so cool, so worth it. But unfortunately, it didn't come with the minifigures. So besides, I don't even know if this guy's supposed to be in that set. So that's where it's like, I probably should have waited for a better deal. I wanted a Thunder Driller. And I have plans for all of these pretty much. Although I've gotten bad about, so I used to only like buy things once I had already started them on the video. And then that kind of morphed into like, oh, I have this video planned. Let me buy this now while it's cheap, because it'll be cheaper than buying it then when it's not on sale or whatever. But now it's like, oh, I see something cool. The way that eBay works with the auctions, like you can sort by new, and then like you have very little competition. The bids are ending in like 1 minute, and there's 0 bids on it. So if you bid on something, like you're pretty guaranteed to get it. However, that just like reduces time to think about your purchases. So that's how they get you. Yeah, like I was saying, instead of like buying something for video, I'll buy something that's like, all right, what kind of video can I do with this? Which is not good financial advice in the slightest. But like I said, I have, since buying these, made plans for everything. So we're all good there. And then of course I'm doing the unboxing here. So double dipping on that. Is this empty? Yes. Is this, ooh, I'm excited about this one. So this here is, there's a lot of bubble wrap. The suspense is killing me. What could it possibly be? There's another sheet of bubble wrap. Come on. Yes. Oh, wow. I have not actually opened this one. Some of the ones like I opened to just check to see what they were. But this one is the old classic Lego elephant. And I have, where is he? I have the new version to compare. It's a little bit smaller. Of course, this is using the new light bluish gray color. This is the old light gray color. And he has like the style of eyes where it's not, or can you put studs on there maybe? Like if I had a clamshell, could you, maybe not. Maybe you could put like bar pieces in there. Lightsaber here, just like stab in his eye. Yes, okay, so you can attach bars. Can you go all the way through? No. So I'm sure you could do something with that. But yeah, this is, I know they were used in the old Orient Expedition sets. Oh, okay, that's cool. So yeah, the body type is the same as the old Lego dinosaurs. I don't know where that is right now, but I have one of these, the Brachiosaurus, before Lego did theirs. And the shape, can I get in there? Let's deconstruct it here to see what's going on. I believe this just comes apart. Yeah, these are two, these might even be individual pieces too. But I think they are, yeah. All right, one more, okay. And then this is just like the joint. Wow, I'm like, I feel like I'm dissecting something here. Let's construct him back together so we can compare him a little bit further. Like I said, old Orient Expedition sets with Johnny Thunder. They went to Asia and they met elephants. So that's super cool. The legs are just like one single piece together like that. The tail, oh wait, the trunk and the tail are made with the same. Wow, look at the head and the inside there. And the ears can move. They're like separate pieces. Can you put the ears in the eyes? You can if you wanted to. That's exciting. And then there's studs on the back here for, I'm sure you can give it a hat. Oh, that's kind of fun. Do I have any? I don't have any hats like on my general vicinity. I could like just do that. That's kind of lame. But yeah, there's spots to ride it, spots to give it like a saddle or cargo or whatever. I'm happy with this. This is so fun to see compared. And it was a good deal. What I'll do sometimes when I'm looking at eBay things is like compare them with Bricklink prices, because normally Bricklink is like a really good, I don't know, benchmark in terms of pricing. Sometimes things are inflated on there, of course, but I don't know if elephants are super inflated above normal standards. So this feels like I'm cranking like a electronic or a clockwork elephant, and then it's just gonna like walk off the screen there. As we move on to, actually, so this is a familiar looking set if you watched my car thing. I think this is just packaging that they reuse, which is hilarious. I have a few more things to show. Do I? Maybe, oh yeah, I do. So, speaking of set boxes, let's move this off to the side. For a minute there, I was on a kick of like, oh, I want to collect all the Lego Batman movie sets, because this was actually like an incredible wave, and there's a surprising number of sets in there, so it might take a while to piece it together. But I have a very good idea of a video to do with all the Batman sets, or at least a lot of them, at least all the Batman minifigures and villains and all that. But this is, what is this? The Speedwagon? Oh, it's just called the Batmobile. I know there's like a big Ultimate Batmobile that is in the wave, but there's like different, wait, does it transform, or is it like, do you have to like rebuild it? If it can just transform, that's incredible. I think it can with those joints. That's cool. And the seller said there's only one of these Kabuki guys, so I might have to get one of those separately, but that's okay. But yeah, I got one of these familiar looking Batman Clayface sets at Brickworld last year, and then I found another one at Bricks and Minifigs, and I had some growing up, so I'm already well on my way there, but it's going to be kind of expensive to get the rest of them, especially that Joker Manor. Whew, I was seeing some like incomplete ones with no minifigures for going for like $200-300, so I'm gonna have to save my pennies for that one. And like that one will be one where I don't get it until like I'm actively working on the video. But you know what I'm actively working on is opening this box. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna have to ruin the, I'm sorry. I technically have, did I recycle that box? I don't know. We gotta open this. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just ruining this amazing hospital bed versus airplane artwork here. I'm sorry. We gotta, this is for science though. All right, and there's a trash bag for padding, and beautiful 100 dual-sided mixel joints. This is incredible. I don't know what the price for these are on Bricklink. Like I said, I might not have compared. Actually, no, I think I did, and it was comparable with the shipping. Because yeah, the shipping is always like the hidden cost of everything. That you can just get something for pretty cheap on Bricklink, but then you'll pay like $5, $6, $7 for shipping. And so it's like, well, maybe I should just pay more for it if the shipping can be less on eBay, which I think it is. So these are very useful. I have my bin of normal mixel joints, or the mixel joints I have here, and you can see a pattern. You can see some of these ones which just have the socket, a lot of these ones that just have the ball. But I have very few of these ones that have the ball and the socket. And I remember when I was building, I might even have part of that still. Hold on. Yeah, the Elf on the Shelf mech. You can open it up here and see. There's all sorts of nonsense going on inside here. I think I had to do this for some unknown reason. Oh, maybe I just didn't have... Oh, maybe I'm missing these, and I had more of these. I don't know. But for building mechs, I'm literally gonna build something like that today for my upcoming video. I needed a bunch of these guys, which is why I'm doing this now. I probably should just, yeah, no, there'll be a good excuse for me to like stop buying on eBay, because it's like, all right, I did the eBay video. I can't do another one for a good while, and so I might just delete eBay off my phone or whatever. But you can do so many fun poses with these. And it's like a train, so you know, it's not like you need to. What I would do before is kind of make my own mixel joints like that, where you could like combine them. And I first of all wish that Lego would just make different colors of mixel joints, because sometimes you're not doing something that's gray and you want it to articulate, and you have to have the gray and you have to hide it, like I did with this. Like you can barely see at least this color gray. This is kind of obvious. But so many of these to play with. I'm so excited. Yeah, like I said, I'm literally going to use these today. So, hey. And one last treat for you who stuck to the end of the video. We've got one final order. Oh, actually, did I show you this? There's one more order. There's this guy. I not super attached to the final wave of Power Miners, where it was like the lava level. But the color scheme is actually pretty cool. The lime and orange, can I show you the lime orange? It was very iconic, but then the lime and blue for the lava levels, and especially the minifigures. The minifigures are great. I think, I don't know, they're not as colorful or iconic, but like the silvery pieces, the visor that goes up and down, and the vest especially, that gives the original figures a run for their money. I don't know. It's a cool like evolution of them, at least. Like I like having both of these together. But yeah, this is a pretty cool set. A lot of the lava, what do you call them? Lava mech? This is the magma mech. But a lot of the Wave 3 sets, I'll just call them, had really cool features. So this one, is there a lever? Yeah, you can like grab, it just like goes crazy. Like it goes so far away. And they all have these little water tanks to keep cool, and then this drill, very reminiscent. Where is the mine mech? We can compare. Like, look at how like small this is in comparison. This was probably more expensive, but hey, it's so cool. The only issue I have with it is like I wish there was a way to have it like mid, like grab, because if it's like this, it doesn't look that great on the shelf, and if it's like this, it doesn't look like that great. This would be like a cool mid post. I could probably just put a pin in there and it would be good. But speaking of pins, I actually got another just bulk piece order, and there was a big bag of pins. Do I even have that still? I do. These are the pieces I have not yet sorted out, or because they were already pre-sorted. They each came in a big bag. And what I try to do with some of the pieces were really gross and dirty. So what I'll do is I'll wash them in my sink and then have them dry overnight, or dry them in this salad spinner thing. So that works pretty well. It's a little bit time consuming, so maybe it's more worth it to just buy the new pieces and spend a little bit more on it. But like, the price per piece of that order was phenomenal. It's just like, yeah, you have to get what you pay for, obviously, and put a little bit more work into it. But where was the Magma Mech? I wanted to see if this would I think I teased the final order of the video like 5 minutes ago now. But yeah, I put the pin in there, and does it half extend? It does! Okay, yeah. So if you have this set at home, I could probably even put another one, I'm not showing it the greatest, right there or something. Could even like sandwich it on both sides. But yeah, this is such a mess I'm gonna have to clean up. But the final thing of the video, so I just typed in Lego into eBay, and what did I find but a Lego Movie, the Clutch Powers DVD. I remember getting this from the library as a kid, but I've never owned it, so now I do, and I have infinite entertainment, I'll just tell you that. So hopefully this video was entertaining. If you want to see where I got this one and where's the other one, I don't know. Click this video here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.